Hey guys, welcome to Golf Ball Addict. I got another ball review here. I'm doing a little side-by-side comparison of the two Srixon Z Star models, or if you're over in England, the Z Star models. We have the Z Star and the Z Star 15, and yeah, let's see how these golf balls compare to other tour models on the tour, and also if you're trying to decide between these two golf balls, which one's for you. Let's get right into it. All right, so with the Z Star, I mean, if you haven't heard of Srixon before, I'm sure you have. That's probably why you're here. But the Srixon has been a tour favorite for years. Just a good, solid, dependable golf ball. I reviewed the Q Star Tour a while back, and it was a fantastic budget ball at a great price point. Honestly, these two tour balls kind of fall within that same thing. They're only $39.99 for a dozen of them, which for a tour ball is actually pretty much the least of the pack. You know, every other golf ball is going to run you 45 to 49, somewhere in that range, 52, I think the AVX is. They're all going to range in that price, but the Srixon actually is $39.99 for 12. And like I said in the Q-Star review, if you didn't see that one, it's actually, there's twice a year where they run a buy one, get one free sale. And if you ever see that come up, it's usually during Father's Day and then once during the holidays. And if you see that come up, definitely jump on it because you're talking at that point $20 a dozen. And that's for a tour quality PGA players use this golf ball. And you can't beat it. It's honestly a great price point. So I know I haven't even gotten to the review yet, but yeah, so these golf balls, basically what Srixon advertises is that there's not a performance difference over one or the other. They claim that it's basically just about feel. Whether you like a four-piece, which is the Z Star 15, or a three-piece, which is just the regular Z Star, it's just mainly going to come down to how you want your golf ball to feel and react. With the four-piece, the Z Star 15, of course, that's going to be a hard click. Kind of like a TP5 or, Chrome Soft X, something like that. And then, of course, the Srixon Z Star going to be more along the lines of a Pro V1X or a Chrome Soft, something like that. I'm going to test that to see if they actually do perform the same. And then overall, I'm just going to give you my impressions of them. So we'll just get right into it. So putting, the Srixon Z Star definitely feels like a tour ball. It honestly feels like a Pro V1 in a lot of ways. Definitely a good amount of feedback, great roll, great response from the putter. I got a great response from the Z Star 15 as well, but I will say it is clicky. It is a hard golf ball. It's very firm off the putter, and you get a lot of feedback. You'll know immediately if you hit it wrong. So some people like that. It was a little too clicky off the putter for me, but again, we're talking about a Chrome Soft X type of ball, which if you haven't hit that, very clicky. Same thing with the TP5X. That's kind of how the pro four-piece golf balls get. They usually get pretty clicky and pretty firm. So honestly, it had a great feel though. Out of all the four-piece golf balls I've used that are tour quality, I've used the Chrome Soft X, I've used the Pro V1. I like the feel of this one the best. I can honestly say that. So even though it is a four-piece and even though it is clicky, I like the feel of it the best, especially off the putter. I like it on the rest of the clubs too, but especially off the putter. So all in all, great performances. Around the green, no issues. They're tour balls. You're not going to have any issues around the green. Very soft. The Srixon 15 four-piece does have a little bit more roll. It still checks up, but it does have a little bit more roll. So if you want that bite, you're definitely going to want to go with just the regular Z Star. But all in all, they both perform well. I had no issues. All right, so then diving straight into the numbers here. From the 50-yard pitch, I got, with the regular Srixon Z Star, I got 9,836 RPMs compared to 9,254 from the Srixon 15. Those are very high numbers. That's a very high spinning ball. I will tell you, they both felt phenomenal. The feel, Srixon's really nailed the feel with their golf ball, guys. So far, I have not hit a Srixon ball. It just hasn't felt fantastic. But yeah, so the 9,836, that's almost 10,000 RPM on a 50-yard shot. That is significant. That's nothing like what I've hit before. Maybe I had an on day, I don't know, but that's awesome. And you know what? That's about how I expected it to go. The firmer ball didn't spin as much, but honestly, on a four-piece clicky golf ball, getting 9,254 spin out of it's really impressive. So off the bat, just really impressive numbers. Hopefully that continues. So going into the full pitching wedge shots, now we have 91 mile an hour ball speed from both golf balls, and honestly about the same spin both either way. 8,158 compared to 8,293. Yeah, I mean, those are right there neck and neck. That's exactly what Srixon's promising, is that, the balls perform about the same. It's just about feel. And honestly, once I started hitting the full wedge shots, the Srixon Z Star 15 didn't start to feel as clicky. It is definitely clicky, but it's not like firm click like a TP5X or even a Chrome Soft X. It's got a little bit of a lighter fluff to it, and I kind of liked it. I gotta say, it was actually pretty nice. It sprung off the club really well, so I'm interested to see how the 7-iron goes. So then getting into the 7-iron, just phenomenal, guys, really. I mean, honestly, just phenomenal. 108 mile an hour ball speed for the regular Z Star, and then 109 for the Z Star 15. The spin numbers, 5,924 compared to 5,950. That's the sweet spot. That's right where I want my 7-iron to spin, is just under 6,000. Both of these balls hit that perfect. Both the balls perform. There's no difference. There was no yard difference. Again, this is everything that Srixon is claiming, is that, hey, these golf balls perform the same. It's just about feel. And those numbers prove it with a mid-iron. That is perfect. That is the sweet spot. Love that performance. Hopefully it continues into the driver. If it does, honestly, I might have a perfect ball here, so we'll find out. So moving into the driver. So it has been a high spinning ball so far on the wedges. I was hoping that wasn't the case with the drivers. Looks like it was a little high spinning, unfortunately. So the regular Srixon, I usually spin my driver about 2,700 RPM. That's my average, which is high. But I actually almost averaged 2,900 with these. So 2,886 RPMs with the regular Z Star and 2,891 with the Z Star 15. That's a little high. It is. It's a little high. But here's where the numbers get kind of interesting. So on distance, I averaged 229 yards with the Z Star. I averaged 236. I got a whole extra 7.5 yards out of the Z Star 15, which is interesting for me because, I don't have a super high swing speed. It's usually about 100 mile an hour. My spin numbers are very high. I usually do not average that, but what I was noticing is that the Z Star 15 just comes off the driver hotter for some reason. I don't know why, but I actually hit a couple extra balls just to make sure. I usually hit about 12, just to give it each ball a fair chance, and then do 10, cut the 2 worst ones. But with this one I didn't. I hit a few extra because I just couldn't figure out why the 15 had so much extra spring off the club. And guys, I mean, there's just no way around it. It does. I averaged 144 mile an hour with the Srixon Z Star, which is phenomenal. That's above average compared to what I usually do. But with the Z Star 15, I averaged 148.6 miles an hour. That's off the charts for me. That's insane. And that's where that extra distance came from. And all in all, I mean, what I'm starting to see here is that it's really exactly what Srixon said. So, I had to sacrifice just a tiny bit of spin on the 50-yard pitch with the Srixon 15, but I gained 7.5 yards on the driver. So all in all, the balls match up completely the rest of the way. But that Srixon Z Star 15 just absolutely jumps off the driver for whatever reason. So a great performing golf ball, the longest golf ball I've averaged with by far. All in all, just super impressive numbers all the way through. I mean, there's nothing that I can really hit on here. It's really impressive, guys, all the way through. So who is this golf ball for? Well, I'll be honest with you. I'd say it's a guy who wants the best. I've hit a lot of golf balls over the last few weeks and over the last couple months, and I've played Chrome Softs, and I've played Pro V1s, and I've played Z Stars, and everyone's swing speed's different, and everyone's got a different game, and we use different clubs. But if I'm just giving you my opinion based on what I've hit and the data I've seen, these are the 2 best performing golf balls I've seen. And that's awesome because, one, you're getting a great durable ball that, durability is going to last. Srixon's been making golf balls forever. They're a tour favorite. And you're going to get great performance out of them at a great price. $39.99 a dozen is about as low as you're going to get a, regular retail tour ball. I mean, that's just as good as it's going to get. And like I said, if you can catch it during that one one time a year when they're buy one, get one free, you will not find a better deal. $20 a dozen if you snag them for that. I would recommend buying them out. I mean, straight up. They are fantastic. If you haven't tried them yet, definitely give them a try. I just really don't have any qualms with this golf ball guys. Honestly, the numbers don't lie. They perform extremely well. I had a blast using them on the course. They just perform so well. Even with them being a little higher spin than I usually prefer, the fact that they were able to have such lower spin on the mid irons really made up for it. Because usually what happens is if a ball spins a lot on the wedge, it ends up spinning a lot everywhere else. And that just wasn't the case here, guys. It really is the crown leader in everything as far as I've seen. So I'm in love with them. I'm going to keep using them. I might have found my ball I'm going to continue to use for a while. It might beat out the Max Fly, to be honest with you. I'd have to find those deals. I'm a value guy, so I'd have to wait for that next buy one, get one free. But I'm going to keep using these until I lose them. So yeah, overall, guys, great performing golf ball. I appreciate you watching. As always, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Keep watching to keep saving. Thanks, guys, so much.